In the British town of Grimsby, a statue once stood tall and proud, a statue of the town founder, whose name was Grim, with a baby on his shoulders, both of them nude. And there the statue continued to stand until it was moved into storage in 2006, slightly less tall and proud, after years of being vandalized in a number of different, creative, and frankly traumatic ways. The most creative and traumatic being the repeated removal of the statue's various exposed body parts, one of which you have correctly guessed. The whereabouts of any of these pilfered appendages have remained a town mystery for years, until a package from an unknown sender arrived at the doorstep of a local gallery, creating another mystery. Dale Wells is an artist and the owner of the Turntable Gallery. We reached him in Cleethorpes, England.
Dale, what did you find when you opened up this mystery package?
Yeah, so we had a bit of an unusual one, and we found a box. It was just a brown paper wrap box, a bit of writing on it, and upon opening it, we had this shoebox. Inside the shoebox, there was a cookie tin. Inside the cookie tin, so it's a bit like a Russian doll. Inside the cookie tin, there was straw with a note and 6 penises, and also looks like the workings of a gland as well. So I don't know if they were optioning different. Yeah, the end of the penis. So okay. It looked like they were kind of going through various options for the look.
Right. And is horrified the right word, or am I projecting?
No, I think you're projecting. It's
you were like totally fine. What a nice surprise.
You know what? We are in almost one of the weirdest counties in the country. And
if you weren't before, this will cement that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's unsurprisingly kind of work a day, to be honest, for us. But yeah, we'd been involved with it so long that it almost felt like there was a magnet kind of drawing these penises in a tin towards us.
What did that note say?
Right. Well, to sort of paraphrase it, it said something like, I've just been clearing through my granddad's possessions, and I think these are what you were looking for. Been following the story closely. So it's obviously somebody that has seen our stories. I don't know if you've read, but we had a penis amnesty last year because it was that part that the statue that we were restoring had lost several times. And we'd said, it'd be great to maybe find one of these that were, lying as relics in somebody's house. And instead of one, they delivered 6.
So the statue at the center of this mystery, just to let our listeners in, is the statue of your town's founder. It's in storage right now, and as our listeners just heard Chris mention, it's constantly missing appendages and body parts. So it's in storage right now, right?
It is, yeah. So it's in a bit of a sort of shabby state. It's been kicked about so many times. Like you said, it has missed its phallus. Well, I mean, there must be 3, 4, 5 of them around the town somewhere. But it's lost, the back of its head. It's missing the foot, hands, etc.
Why
There's all sorts
are people
of parts
doing
that's
this?
gone. You know what? I think it sounds like a bit of a silly way of putting it, but almost it's the townspeople taking it into their ownership in a lot of ways. If you can, I don't know, break its willy off and keep it in your drawer or something, it's a part of that founder's statue that is with you forever.
But it to be clear, the gifts that you received from that mystery sender, you don't think they belong to the statue?
In some ways. I mean, I'm guessing that if this person has followed the story, then they must know, that their grandparent was maybe a sculptor or an apprentice sculptor or somebody who helped in it. Otherwise, I don't know how you would get the link, to be honest. So I think there might be some kind of original penis sort of story in there, but I don't think they're the ones that were broken off it. I think they were maybe maquettes or workups to maybe cast off.
I see. You and your partner are working on making a new statue to replace the old one, right? So are you going to integrate one or more of these pieces?
I think we need an absolute halo of them around, and don't we? We need a
I
ton
don't
of
know.
them.
I don't know if I would say yes to that, but it's your town.
Well, it is, isn't it? Yeah, myself and Darren Neve, who I co-own the Turntable Gallery with, we are working with our local college to bring a statue back to the plinth from which Grim was taken. So we're kind of working with the students. We want them to create something which they actually want to see.
Is the measure of success for you and the team then to have people continue to break off its parts, or would success be it stays as is for eternity?
Well, we either make something that is, pretty much impervious, and maybe it harms people by taking it off. We could run like an electric current through it. I mean, I don't know what the I don't know what the health and safety regs are around that, but I imagine we probably can't get away with it. But yeah, I think that it'd be great if people still interacted with it. So draw on it or whatever,
Yeah,
dress
you
it
can
up.
just take a
And,
selfie, like you do.
we can do, exactly. Yeah, it's a lot less interventionist, isn't it?
If the mystery sender happens to be listening,
Yeah.
which I'm sure they are, what would you want to say to them?
You know what? I think that they should probably stop sending unsolicited boxes of penises to people. It's quite inhospitable. No, it'd be great to meet them. To be honest, it'd be lovely to see what the actual story is and the circumstances. I mean, for them, you kind of think it probably kind of mortifying knowing that your granddad had kept this cookie tin full of penises around the house.
Dale, thank you.
No worries. Thank you ever so much.
Dale Wells is an artist and the owner of the Turntable Gallery in Grimsby. We reached him in Cleethorpes, England.